Hey ladies and gentlemen, my name is Starchief. I'm going to talk about the Yu-Gi-Oh meta and how I can help you troubleshoot against Stardust Dragon, because let's be honest, that's a tier 0 we're talking about. Tier 0 are tiers of stuff that gets harder and harder in the deck. One of the things that I noticed is that, see, you are a Chimera fan, right? Because I put a lot of money in the Chimera deck and stuff like that, or other deck that you put a lot of money. I'm gonna show you how to troubleshoot or make a way to rearrange the deck in a way that it can fight back or at least stand and toe with them, and that's how we're gonna do it here. Let's talk about this. Yusei is one of the beloveds of the community. Let's be honest, he has been without a good deck since a while, and we finally got a deck that represents him as an anime protagonist. How's the anime protagonist, things happens and stuff like that. That's how he feels right about now. That's the deck that he is. But also, it's the most toxic deck we can find right about now. There's pretty much no out against him, and the only way we see a out is you rubbing his cards and making them your own, or shutting down most of the effects that I think Chimera can have in a very healthy way, that shutting his grave up utility and shutting down his spells utility, that I feel that Chimera has a good deal with it. Okay, other stuff, sheesh, tier 0, what can I say? Very toxic, very strong person. And that one of the things that I'm noticing is that is evolving the meta too fast. Most of the decks are gonna get short, right? So most of the decks are gonna be, one, making everything possible to prepare against Yusei, right? Or two, you're gonna be the Yusei player, because it's tier 0 like I explained. So that's part of the troubleshooting that I am talking about here. The other part is that most of the attacks of Stardust are heavy. I am talking about you're gonna feel restricted most of the time, right? You're gonna have a Stardust, Quasar Dragon, and the Ultimate Dragon, the one that is red and stuff like that. I forgot the name right about now. Remember, I am just showing you how to troubleshoot the deck, right? And then we got Red Archfiend that is gonna destroy most of the field, of your field to be precise, and his field he is possibly. And that is the problem, right? Because Yusei has 3 things going for him. One, has a lot of utility to destroy field, destroy the monster's effects, right? And a lot of graveyard and spells to help them to make those resources possible. One of the things that you're gonna see is that most of those resources, right, are gonna be spent to increase the chances to special summon the Stardust Quasar Dragon, or to summon any other dragon that destroys the field, negates your effect, or protection against other effects, right? And that is one of the things that I'm telling you that we need to troubleshoot, right? Because the thing is that there's only 2 things that you can do right now, is robbing the cards from the Stardust, right? Or destroying his hand potential. The Chimera is good in that, but not the great. But he can summon a lot of defense. That is another thing. But Destiny Heroes do have a way to grab most of the cards from Yusei, right? And this is the issue that I'm trying to explain, right? That Destiny Hero has a good chance to grab everything that he needs from the Stardust, Stardust archetypes and stuff like that, but it's not as strong as it's supposed to be, right, against other decks. So what you're gonna see is that in troubleshooting a deck to destroy Stardust, you may need to adjust to the percentage of how many times I want to win against Stardust versus other decks, right? And this is the point that I'm trying to make you understand of how you troubleshoot, because most of the time you're gonna be against a Stardust. And then when you're not against a Stardust, oh no, pack your bags, you're royally screwed. What can we do? That's the reality of Yu-Gi-Oh! Yu-Gi-Oh! Does feel like Pokemon competitively. It's just way, less cinematic, way less cinematic than what it's supposed to be. So, the tricks that I'm gonna try to help you here is gonna be on the description. Other guys did similar videos about this and how to make them, better decks for Chimera and some other decks, right? I'm gonna be talking about every single one. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna even be talking about Therions, right? Therions, you got your work cut off for too. Destiny is the only one who has an out against Stardust. I'm gonna be honest. And Chimera, guys, Chimera is gonna be a hard building. It's gonna be hard to win with him, right? So that much I'm gonna tell you. But see, you put your troubleshooting skills. That's what I'm trying to teach you, right? That is just finding a way to see what cards you're gonna need in what moment, in what situation that you're seeing the combo as Stardust, and how can you implement them in the certain point, right? Because there's a lot of cards from Chimera that does block the use of the graveyard, and there's a lot of cards that makes a lot of good defense for the Chimera deck, right? Resonators, guys, you got big numbers, so your only choice is to make a good attack that it cannot be touched. That's pretty much a way to troubleshoot it, because most of the decks, they may need to troubleshoot their self, right? So you need to make sure to know your deck in and out and how it works, right? And like I keep saying, Destiny heroes, they got the out. They can grab cards from the Stardust. Therion, they need to special summon a lot to wipe the board a lot. So that will be the out, and still it's gonna be hard for them because Stardust can, negates effects if you destroy more than one card. That's the problem at Therions, and everybody's gonna have their problems with troubleshooting their decks, right? And so for Chimera, the problem is gonna be when and how am I gonna put the card that I need in the field to stop the mobility of Stardust. That's gonna be your way of winning. It's just stopping the mobility of Stardust to create other big strong monsters. That's mostly the way you're gonna win with the Chimera deck. For Resonators, guys, I'm sorry for you guys. For Resonator, it's gonna be making sure your attack lands. That's the best way you can make it work. Making sure your attack lands and negate the effects that you're gonna need. So you may need to see what way you can switch the opponents into attack precision and make a good hole in it. You know what I mean? Because you guys have a lot of attacks. So you probably, with one single attack, you probably could win. You probably could win. And so you're gonna see a few images on the top of ideas of how to troubleshoot the Chimera deck. I'm gonna put all the videos and all the things that I saw from the videos in the description, right? I am not here to teach you how to create a meta deck and stuff like that. I'm here to help you to understand that you may need to troubleshoot and may need to understand that most of your deck has a specific utility, right? And you may need to lean into that utility of the deck to actually go and make a hole in the Stardust, because he can go first or second and Stardust is gonna be okay because of the way he is made. Remember, he got the simple fact, the red Resonators, red Dragon Archfiend, excuse me there, Red Dragon Archfiend that it can blow the field. You got the Stardust that it can protect the field, and then we got the Stardust Crazer, negate one monster effect and also do a lot of stuff. Then he has another monster that increases the likelihood of not getting destroyed by the second effects. So you may need to troubleshoot it. It's okay. Most of the cards that you may need to troubleshoot is gonna be little by little, but I feel Chimera and Destiny Heroes and Therion have a very good shot of beating the meta, that is beating the tier 0 Stardust deck. Even though, let's be honest, even though Yusei has not have a single good, deck to use, that it feels like the anime, like the other protagonists, they pretty much release every couple of years or months a new deck for Yugi and and Kaiba and any other one. But for Yusei, they have been back burner for a lot of time, and they have not really released like an anime exclusive deck that you can feel like, oh yeah, this is the anime Yusei, right? So that's the reason why I'm like, she is kind of toxic, but I get it, right? Has not been a time where he has the right thing to shine. So be prepared, do what you can with the cards that you got. See, you don't got enough money to actually get the new deck and stuff like that for the tournament finishes. Make sure to deal with the cards that you got, right? And see what is getting short of your necessities to make your strategy go first than the other strategy of Stardust, right? And make sure to end it before Stardust gets that little hump, right? Or that little like breather, and say, oh, I can destroy your resources management before you can destroy mine, okay? Because that's mostly Yu-Gi-Oh! Yu-Gi-Oh! Is about resources management for anything. So more resources management, that is something that I probably should have started, telling you guys, is how many cards you got in your hand and how many of those cards can negate the cards that is on the opponent's hand or graveyard, right? And how many cards can help you have more cards from your deck or more drawing stuff to special summon more stuff, right? That's the resources management. Sometimes it's better to hold the line, right? Hold it, don't spend everything, right, yet, and hope or plan that you don't get destroyed that turn, right? Because see, you don't get destroyed that turn, you probably could win that turn, the next turn, right? And so I know this is a cruel and fast video. I'm doing it like that because I just noticed when I was researching and stuff like that, and I was playing in the Yu-Gi-Oh! Tournaments and stuff like that, the situation that is evolving, right? And how it's evolving. And so there's very good players, and you may need to understand more about your resource management, right? That whatever the cards does, and that way you can actually finesse other players and beat them, even though they got the Stardust or they got the Therions, or even see they got the Destiny Heroes, because remember that they're following a script of combos, and you probably can use the script of combos, but you have been a lot of time playing with the Chimera deck, and Chimera is very good in having resources, maintaining resources on the field, and having the ability to stay on the field even though you're not supposed to be, and also destroying the resources of the hand, and that includes not being destroyed by battle. That is one of the good things. For Resonators, guys, your best ability is just blowing everything in one go and make sure it works. So I don't know what you guys are gonna do. It's gonna be hard. For Destiny players, Let's be honest. Destiny players, heroes, whatever which archetype you go for heroes, right? Is a very crafty deck. So let's be honest. You guys have any out. You just need a way to just fusion summon it, right? So you get one more turn, I'm pretty sure you guys will get the out. I'm pretty sure. For Therions, you may need to respect and especially summoning most of your boss monsters specifically to destroy more things, and be okay with sometimes not winning with the boss monster. Okay, so that will be most of the situation. Probably I'm just talking out of my mind and stuff like that, but this is a quick video and stuff like that. I want to make sure that everybody here has the information to actually get their better decks and rearrange them in a way that they can actually win against the meta. And right now we're in day 9, right, of the meta and stuff like that. So we got, let me see, like 6-7 days to respec, so you guys can respec into a better deck, or so you guys already have the cards to actually do this. You don't need to respec, and you just need to troubleshoot what you got and make it work. And that's pretty much the message behind this. I'm just trying to help you guys in a very quick and easy way to just find a way. Okay, just find a way. And the only way you can do that is by playing Yu-Gi-Oh a lot, but also every time you feel like you are this close to win, you may need to hold down the recording button and see again where you messed it up, right? Because that's gonna be the troubleshooting for you guys, seeing where you messed it up and see you probably done something different. You probably could have won. So remember, Yu-Gi-Oh is about percentages, research management, and understanding the mindset of the other duelist and what he's gonna do. Okay, it's just prediction, right? So you get those 3 rights, you probably could be the guy who wins the cup. So good luck, guys. I got every information that you need in the description, right? I'm gonna put the videos that I got information from, right? Why did I think that Chimera can have a good opportunity to win this cup, even though they doesn't appear in the meta? Because I am trying to help you to troubleshoot, right? And yes, Stardust is the strongest deck right about now. I'm gonna keep repeating it. And I think it has flaws in a certain specific area. I'm not sure yet. Remember that I'm playing the same thing as you guys. I'm playing in the little tournament stuff and cups. So I am troubleshooting myself also to see where I can like skip and go in. Sorry for the dogs barking. And this is gonna be the last thing for the Chimera deck. We got the Red Eyes combination with Chimera. We got the Relinquish combination with Chimera, right? That is the same as the Destiny Heroes, right? Not the same, but you know, it steals cards. That will be good, okay? And so we got another one that is a Chimera combination, right? That it does help with the resources management about it, and the other part of the deck helps with just how to grab stuff. The video is called Chimera Tier 0, right? But I am seeing it and I don't know see it can actually beat the complete Stardust Quasar stuff head on. I feel like you may need to trick your opponent or make it in a way that you're doing one thing and then you're doing another one. You're doing another stuff on the other side, and that's how you probably wins with that deck, right? Because that's how it looks. Hey, so you feel this helps you, please drop a like, drop a subscribe, right? I'm doing this video quick because I just saw it in the moment, right? I saw this specific lines and stuff like that about every single detail about the Chimera deck, and I may help you to troubleshoot your own Chimera deck or your own specific journey with your cards and stuff like that. So thank you guys for just hearing out my rant. May you guys win the cup.